Martin Campbell. We're good friends. We did GoldenEye together. And we've remained friends ever since. And he said, I've got this movie, Jackie Chan, The Foreigner. I read the script, loved Jackie Chan. And that was it. It was as simple as that, really. Brilliant. I mean, we didn't really get a chance to have much of an interaction because his character is tracking me down throughout the film. It's a cat and mouse game. But I was a huge Jackie Chan fan and still am, even more so now, having worked with the man. Just one of these great characters, legends of the cinema. Someone who has got, fantastic comedic timing, wonderful alacrity on his feet, and for him I think this movie is a great departure and one that will surprise the audiences out there, the fans who love him. So yeah, we had a good time. He brings a humanity, an honesty. He brings himself. He brings all of Jackie's life force to it. It's a father who adores his daughter, a man who has given his life for the country that he belongs to, the country that he was torn from. He's an immigrant, he's a foreigner, he's a fish out of water trying to make a new life for himself, and then on one particular day his life comes crashing in around him and is emotionally devastated and wants to find out who killed his daughter. Very simple. Well, Martin is a taskmaster. He is a man who comes to work fully prepared. He knows the script inside out. He knows every angle that he wants to shoot. So he's a grandmaster of the thriller, and his preparation, as I say, is extensive. And he rules the set with a delightful passion of cinematic, what can I say? he just knows his onions, Martin does. So, and you have to be on your game. You have to come fully prepared, but he's also a most gracious man and takes his time and will take as much time in the day to get the scene as right as possible and as perfect as possible. So I adore the fellow, and because of GoldenEye, which was such a monumental undertaking all those years ago, for him, for myself, and for everyone involved, there was a friendship burnished there in that time. And so that's Martin. Hopefully we'll go off and do our next film next year. No, it was the same man. Just the same commitment, the same passionate artistry and focus, and 150% every take. No, not really. We were supposed to have dinners at the beginning of the movie, but the schedule was pretty tight, and dinners were organized. Two were, and two fell apart. And then once the curtain goes up and you start filming, I mean, that's it. Your time's not your own, really. And when he wasn't working, he headed back to China to do another movie. So we never really got to sit and have a glass of wine and break bread and shoot the breeze, but hopefully now with the film coming out and the promotion for the film, we shall get together. But no, I really have a lot of time for Mr. Chan. Just great admiration, and really proud to have worked with him. I love saying I'm working with Jackie Chan. It always puts a smile on people's faces. And when we were on set, I was in the makeup chair for a while. He'd be in the makeup chair for a while, bruises and prosthetics. And then once you get on set, I don't talk much to anyone really. I just keep my own counsel and focus on the work at hand. So, every now and then there would be a knock on my door and the door would fly open and throw me in Chinese Twinkies. I don't know why. He's trying to fatten me up, I guess. But, yes. What else? Well, he was sitting in the makeup trailer one day and he was showing me recordings of his singing. He was very proud of his singing. And so am I, I almost showed him Mamma Mia, but I thought, no, let's leave sleeping dogs lie. I think it was a joy to go to work every day. When you're working with someone like Martin Campbell and a DP like David Tattersall, who I've worked with so many times now. And I was surrounded by really wonderful actors, all Irish actors, stage actors, great actors on film, and just had a good time making the movie. There wasn't every day is a hard day but if you love what you do, it's kind of easy breezy. You just know you're going to go into the trenches and the curtain goes up and you have to focus for 12, 14, 16 hours. And it's wonderful just building the movie piece by piece. And you go away and at the end of the day you think, wow, that was good. That little moment there and a bit of embroidery here. And so you slow and steadily build a piece, build a movie. It's a joy to do. I play the first Irish minister, Liam Hennessy, who is a man with a very dark past. And he's someone who was born of war, really. He grew up in the Troubles in Ireland, and he is very bright, very articulate, and someone who is trying to hold on to his own position in government and within his own people in the north of Ireland. And so into his office comes this man who he really doesn't have much time for, or doesn't want to have any time for. And slowly he begins to erode and invade my space. And I want to close him down. And of course it opens a can of worms politically and emotionally for myself and all around me. And so I find out who this fellow is, and I realize I've got a lethal weapon, on my hands. Someone who is really who knows how to kill and is relentless in his pursuit of me. Because of my past allegiance with certain forces, and because he was born in Northern Ireland and he considers himself a soldier who fought for a war and fought for a cause. I also know that Kwan is somebody who is extremely well trained in terrorism. And so the two forces meet. Well, because politically he's in a very sensitive and gray area of his life, and he wants to hold on to it. He doesn't want to be found out for past indiscretions. He puts a bomb in the lavatory, my office. He comes in. He thinks I have something to do with the death of his daughter. He doesn't believe me. He's already found out that I was part of an organization which had terrorist connections and that I'm not quite the man I appear to be. And so, to get my attention, tries to blow me up and slowly, take out my man force. Just one heck of a good ride, one great thriller. And to see two characters like Kwan and Hennessy go toe to toe, and to watch the unraveling of two men's lives